20th November 2020, the life force planet Jupiter will enter into the sign of Capricorn. This means that Dev Guru Brihaspati, along with many other devatas, will enter into the holy waters of river Tungabhadra, so that the life-sustaining quality of water is preserved. Tunga means strong or high, Bhadra means auspicious divine force. So Tungabhadra means divine force coming from the higher realm. This river is associated to Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. So Jupiter's transit here in the Capricorn itself means preserving the necessary and destroying what is not required anymore. Overall, this means many structural and foundational changes are going to happen. And somehow there will be a divine force acting on us which will be much powerful than our free will, because Jupiter is our free will. And here, being in the Capricorn Rashi, our free will is going to get a little weak and a more strong power will act on us. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the upcoming transit of planet Jupiter into the sign of Capricorn. Well, this particular transit is very crucial and it will leave a very big impact on the world. Not because that Jupiter is going into the sign of Capricorn, but the transiting Jupiter will be along with the transiting Saturn in the 10th zodiac sign. I have already done a video on this conjunction earlier this year. Please go check it out. I'll give the link in description box. This video will help you to understand how this great conjunction is going to leave a big impact on the world and also what kind of results it will bring for the 12 ascendants. In today's video, we'll focus on the 4 aspects of this transit. Number 1, how Jupiter will work in the sign of Capricorn. Number 2, some important dates of this transit. What all time periods will be quite intense. Number 3, the journey of Jupiter through the nakshatras. Number 4, we'll talk about the results of this transit for each and every ascendant. So let's begin by understanding how Jupiter will work in the sign of Capricorn. Jupiter gets debilitated in the sign of Capricorn, which means it gets weak in this Rashi. It's weakest at the 5 degrees of Capricorn. But why this divine planet is getting weak in the sign of planet Saturn? Well, Jupiter is this divine, spiritual, knowledge-giving planet. It's the planet of faith and spirituality. So it gets trapped into the ambitious, materialistic, and resourceful arena of Capricorn. See, Jupiter rules over 2 signs. One is Sagittarius and the other one is Pisces. So it signifies adventure, higher learning, faith, freedom, dreams, and free thinking. And when Jupiter goes into the Capricorn, this free thinking of Jupiter is overruled by the rules and regulations of planet Saturn. So this free thinking, these dreams are now surrounded by the rules and regulations of society, and along with that, our dreams get more materialistic in nature. Therefore, when Jupiter goes into Capricorn, on a very soul level, we tend to lose faith. Today, I won't sugarcoat anything. Let's talk about the truth, because Jupiter is now going to get weak in this sign. So because of this loss of faith, we further get agitated and will push ourselves to achieve more success. Jupiter just expands our ambition to attain more. And because of this, people may go beyond the limits to achieve the personal goals, which may cause damage to others as well. I have already mentioned in my previous video on how the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in last many decades have created war-like situations, food shortage, natural disasters, and most importantly, it restricts the flow of money in the economy. So this Jupiter-Saturn together in Capricorn will affect two types of banks. The first bank is your money bank. It will reduce the ability to spend money. It will affect your pocket. The second bank is the soul bank. So Jupiter's debilitation may lead to a lack of faith on self. So yes, you have to work hard towards attaining optimism and happiness. But what is the most positive aspect of this transit? On one hand, Jupiter in Capricorn is leading to lack of faith and optimism. Okay. But on the other hand, planet Saturn in the Capricorn Rashi is giving you great determination, strength, and power to do the hard work. It will help you to create a world of your own. But yes, planet Saturn only helps those people who take stand for themselves. No one will come to you and help you to rise higher. It's you who have to do all of this work. So before you make fun that how Saturn can be auspicious, well, it can be auspicious, but you have to make the right efforts. You have to take the initiative. Okay, so now let's focus on some important dates of this transit. On 20th November 2020, Jupiter will move into the sign of Capricorn. On 5th April 2021, it will move into the sign of Aquarius. On 20th June 2021, Jupiter will get retrograde in Aquarius sign. On 14th September 2021, it will enter into the sign of Capricorn. On 18th October 2021, Jupiter will get progressive in the sign of Capricorn. And finally, on 20th November 2021, it will move into the sign of Aquarius. The most intense period in this transit will be the last few days of November and the entire month of December 2020, and also January and the initial week of Feb 2021. During this time, Jupiter and Saturn will be away from each other, maybe around at 5 degrees and even less than 5 degrees. The most intense time will be December 2020, which can bring turbulence and suffering, because at this time, Jupiter and Saturn will stay at the same degree. It will be a very strong conjunction. The first few days of Feb 2021 will also be quite challenging, because at this time, Jupiter, Venus, Sun and Saturn, all of them will be in the Capricorn Rashi. Till 6th January 2021, Jupiter will transit from the Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra. Here, it is going to bring changes with respect to the government structure, policies, rules and regulations. You may also see some new reforms in the banking sector, such reforms which may further affect people's ability to purchase or to spend money. Yes, there will be restriction in using your own money. It would be a challenging period when it comes to global politics and economy as well. We can see a tiff happening among different countries, and on a personal note, here Jupiter can make you over ambitious. You will be more dedicated towards making some changes with respect to your work and finances. You may look out for a new job or a promotion at this time, and you may get a new role at the workplace. It depends a lot in which house this transit is going to happen, but Jupiter in the Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra is going to affect you professionally. Till 4th March 2021, Jupiter will transit from the Shravana Nakshatra. It will bring a major revolution in the field of medicine, healing and scientific research. It will push the world towards more healthy lifestyle and preventive medicine. If you are someone who is very kind-hearted and sensitive, then it's better to strengthen your emotional self, because it won't be a good time to trust anyone blindly, especially with respect to your finances and even your professional work. Do not keep much expectations from other people, and there is something very significant about new innovation related to communication and technology sector which will happen at this time. Overall, Jupiter here will bring higher learning on a personal and professional front. Till 22nd May 2021, Jupiter will transit from the Dhanashta Nakshatra. Dhanashta, well, the name says everything. The entire focus here will be to uplift your finances and wealth. That over-ambitious nature of planet Jupiter in the Capricorn sign will be at its peak in this phase. It would be a time when people may take rash or impulsive decisions in order to expand their money and popularity. Excessive competition and struggle may happen at the professional front. Also, it may lead to arguments and conflicts with the family bonds. So it's better to keep away from getting into any kind of argument and just focus on your self growth. People in the field of music, sports, entertainment, healing, or science may gain a lot of benefit from this particular transit. For a short period of time, that is till 20th July 2021, Jupiter will transit through the Satabhasha Nakshatra. Here, the major emphasis of the world will be towards healing and repairing, not just at the health level but also on a financial level. There will be major reforms for human rights and equality as well. So, on a personal note, also, we'll focus more on our health and healing. Along with that, we'll intensively work towards managing our finances. And from 20th July 2021 onwards, Jupiter will move back into the Dhanashta Nakshatra. For Aries ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 10th house. So, this is the time when you will become over ambitious and concerned about your future success. Being the 12th Lord, transiting 11 places away, that is in the 10th house, there is certainly expansion of your dreams. You will dream about the impossible, and there will be too much of expectations from your profession and from your own self as well, and it's all because of the placement of Jupiter in Capricorn. You will work hard to achieve the goals of your 12th house, that is the completion of your dreams. Your dreams could be related to anything like higher learning, spirituality, foreign settlement, finances, and profession. Jupiter, being the ruler of the ninth house, placed two places away in the sign of debilitation. This means there is lack of faith on self. So, yes, this is the place where you have to work extra hard. Spirituality will bring more opportunities and optimism. Of course, the transiting Jupiter is along with the transiting Saturn in Capricorn. So, these planets will bring more authority and responsibilities at the workplace. This is the time when you will make some structural and foundational changes at the work front. Jupiter's fifth aspect on the second house, where the transiting Rahu is placed, it will definitely enhance your finances, but on the other hand, your expenditures will also rise. Saturn in Capricorn will provide a great support and determination in fulfilling your goals successfully. It may take some time, but you will definitely win. Try not to mess up with any authority or senior person at the workplace. Overall, it is a very transformative phase for your profession. For Taurus ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the ninth house. This transit may bring an end to a long period of stagnation with respect to professional and personal growth. No, I won't say that there would be a major exponential jump financially, but still, the wheel of fortune has just begun to move forward. Slowly but definitely, you will now move ahead. Jupiter, being the 11th Lord, is transiting 11 places away from the 11th house. So, it's certainly going to bring expansion of income. But it's along with the transiting Saturn, which is the 10th Lord traveling 12 places away from the 10th house. So, this transit of Jupiter and Saturn in the ninth house is going to bring success, but it is not bringing the much desired professional success. There will be a delay in your overall progress. For some people, it could be also starting from the square one. There might have been a major professional stagnation in the past, and this transit may open up a door to new opportunities. As Jupiter is the eighth lord traveling two places away in Capricorn, a talent or a secret about you discovered in the last 1 year will now bring prosperity and financial gain. So it's a good time to enhance your already existing talents and creativity. This will provide you with financial gain. But remember that the transiting Jupiter along with Saturn in the ninth house will affect your faith and hope. So you have to really work towards finding your true purpose. And the more you incline spiritually at this time, it will be a great help for you and you will be able to find the right direction. Higher learning is also indicated. You might move into the foreign lands or a place quite away from your birth area, and over there you will start learning a new skill, a new knowledge. Conflict with a teacher or a teacher like figure is indicated. Also, traveling to a spiritual place may bring a turning point in your life. The transiting Jupiter will give a fifth aspect on the transiting Rahu in the first house, and this will bring some major changes with respect to your appearance, daily routine, and food habits. Plus, there will be more popularity coming in your way. For Gemini ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 8th house. Jupiter here can impact the compatibility and the understanding between you and your business partner or the marriage partner as well. So, a lot of work is required to create better understanding. Your expectations from the loved ones and even the people at the workplace will increase. As Jupiter is the 10th lord and it is aspecting Rahu in the 12th house, this indicates two things. Number one, there will be a financial gain and popularity coming through the foreign lands, or because of your work, you might travel to the foreign lands. Secondly, it is exponentially increasing your expectations. This aspect is expanding your dreams to achieve more and more success, and this may cause disappointment as well. Because the transiting Jupiter is along with the transiting Saturn, which is leading to stagnation. Success is definitely promised, but it will come to you at a slow rate. So continue to chase your goals even if you don't see any sort of progress right now. Sudden gain of wealth in form of inheritance is possible. The entire focus will be on attaining financial stability. Also, it's a time to strengthen your bond with the partner. This placement may cause worries regarding health. If already you are undergoing a chronic health issues, then you might look up to new strategies or treatment procedures to heal in future. For Cancer ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 7th house. Jupiter being the 6th lord transiting from the 7th house, that too in debilitation, sure shot indicates a lack of trust or maybe a conflict in the partnerships, whether it's a business partnership or a marriage partnership. Plus, the transiting Jupiter is along with the transiting Saturn, so it completely indicates that your partnership is demanding a lot of dedication, responsibility, and hard work. With respect to your business, there will be some obstacles, but still, Jupiter will contribute significant financial gain and success. In fact, no matter whatsoever profession you might pursue, Transiting Jupiter will aspect the transiting Rahu in the 11th house, and it is expanding your income. You will meet new people who may bring power and guidance with related to your career, but on the same time, you have to be very careful regarding your new company. You may come across highly manipulative people. Also, the bond with the existing friends may get disturbed. Depending upon the overall horoscope, for some people it could be a new beginning in terms of marriage, and for some people it could be the final end in the marriage partnership. For Leo ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 6th house, which means the prime focus will be on health and wellness. There is definitely a health issue, chronic in nature, which needs attention because 8th Lord Jupiter will travel from the 6th house. So you will look out for healing and a better lifestyle. Jupiter is along with the transiting Saturn in Capricorn, which means very constructive changes are going to happen with respect to your daily routine, nutrition, and health. Jupiter will aspect the transiting Rahu in the 10th house, leading to expansion of your desires, ambitions, and expectations. And this will make you work extra hard day and night, which will further lead to illness, stress, and anxiety. So, there is a great chance that you might develop lifestyle disorders, or if you already have a lifestyle disorder, then it may further bring health troubles. Competition at the workplace will constantly bother you, but you don't have to worry about your success because the Jupiter Rahu aspect will bring more popularity. But yes, you have to wait for the financial stability. Finances will improve, but at a slow rate. You might take up a financial loan, maybe for a work project, health, and home as well. For Virgo ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 5th house. This will be a time period which is all about updating your skills. In fact, the transiting Jupiter will aspect on the transiting Rahu in the 9th house, which is bringing higher learning. So, overall, this transit is dedicated to expand your abilities, which will further help you in future, and it will invite professional success. This transit could bring health concerns because the transiting Jupiter, that is the 4th lord, is with the transiting Saturn, that is the 6th house ruler. So, stress, anxiety, and tension will act as your worst enemy, leading to health issues. This period can be quite demanding when it comes to dealing with the children. They may demand a lot of efforts and dedication. Sometimes we treat our own work, hobby, and passion as a child, so a lot of hard work is indicated towards your own hobbies, which will bring finances and prosperity in future. Not a very brilliant time with respect to romantic relationships and even the marriage partnerships. Conflicts and differences in opinion with the partner is possible. This will be a brilliant time to invest in strengthening your creativity as it may open a new door to opportunities in future because Jupiter is aspecting Rahu in the 9th house. So yes, new opportunities are coming towards you. So really focus on your skills right now. For Libra ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 4th house. The major theme of this transit is home, security, balance, and stability. Jupiter being the 6th lord traveling 11 places away in the 4th house, that too in the sign of debilitation, is indicating something related to home is going to get weak. It could be the bond with a particular family member or even mother, or simply it means a flaw or some sort of weak structure related to your house where you live. So Jupiter and Saturn both together transiting in Capricorn 4th house is leading to maybe shifting to a new home or renovating your present house. Definitely some changes related to your house, your apartment is going to happen. Your responsibilities towards the family members will increase. People at home will have a lot of expectations from you. Therefore, you will work hard in taking care of your family. Conflict with relatives is possible, and it could be related to property, or it could be associated to lack of compatibility. You might take up a new loan for your home or renovation, or to start with a dream project. More than anything, it's very important to work upon your mental peace and happiness, as it will be a period of insecurity which is further expanded by the Jupiter's aspect on the transiting Rahu in the ninth house. But on the same time, this transit will bring sudden gain of wealth and popularity. Someone in the family may undergo a chronic health issue which may become a cause of concern. Gain through the foreign lands is possible, and there can be sufferings coming through the servants at home, or maybe someone who is working under you at the workplace. For Scorpio ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the third house. Jupiter being the fifth lord, traveling from the third house, that too in the sign of debilitation, is bringing a major concern with respect to children and younger siblings. Jupiter and Saturn both are transiting in the sign of Capricorn, and this is expanding your efforts towards taking care of your children. A new romantic connection may happen through social media or with the help of close connections, but yes, it's better to take each step slowly and gradually. Conflicts with the sibling or some sort of suffering in the life of your sibling may happen. If you're into a self work or into the field of communication, then yes, there can be some struggles. Your work will demand extra efforts. So you have to increase your efforts and hard work at this time, because Saturn is the Karaka of profession. It's along with Jupiter. Advancement of skills is definitely going to happen. In this period, Jupiter wants you to use your skills wisely. Jupiter will aspect the transiting Rahu in the seventh house, which means gain of popularity coming through your efforts and work, and there will be financial gains coming from the foreign lands. But when it comes to business and marriage partnership, this aspect may lead to misunderstanding and some struggles. The good thing is, financially, you will see more expansion, and all of your hard work will give success. For Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the second house. So the major focus of this transit would be finances, traditions, and family. Gain of finances or property through family is indicated because the fourth lord Jupiter is traveling 11 places away in the second house. Since Jupiter is under debilitation, this gain of asset or finances will be a difficult journey. It will come to you at a slow rate, or you might face some obstacles in this process, or simply it means some sort of conflict will happen with the family members. The transiting Jupiter is along with the transiting Saturn in the second house. This means you will make constant efforts towards saving money for future security. The transiting Jupiter is aspecting the transiting Rahu in the sixth house, so it's a good placement for material growth and expansion of finances. You may even borrow a loan to purchase a home, vehicle, or to work on a new work project. Since first and the fourth lord Jupiter is undergoing debilitation, this might make you insecure about your future success. Also, you might get misunderstood by other people because Jupiter is aspecting Rahu in the sixth house, which is the house of enmity and competition. So take care of what you say in public and even with the people at your home and family. And yes, more and more family responsibilities are coming in your way. For Capricorn ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the first house. So 12th lord traveling from the first house, is causing increase in expenditures. Being with the first and second lord Saturn, it is causing inability to save money in a desired way because you might spend your wealth in creating a strong foundation for future. You might get a little spendthrift and work towards improving your appearance and personality as well. Capricorn rising in the first house is already making you quite ambitious and materialistic in nature, and further, the entry of Jupiter here in the first house will expand this need to gather more and more resources for future. Conflicts with family members may happen, especially with the ones who take you for granted or doesn't respect and understand your true value. There could be health troubles which are more of a result of stress and emotional blockage. A major lesson of this transit is to work towards self-respect. You are the true wealth, and definitely you will learn to respect yourself. Jupiter being the 12th lord in the first house, that too in the sign of debilitation, is bringing some past life difficult memories. And these memories are quite active in this transit. Saturn wants you to evolve and only remember on what all lessons you have gained through these memories. Don't let these past memories block your present growth. Jupiter is aspecting the transiting Rahu in the fifth house, so meeting a new romantic partner is definitely possible, and also you might enhance a particular skill, or you may use your hobby as a profession in future. This will bring popularity and excellent finances. This is the time to focus on your dreams, the dreams which you experience while sleeping, because some sort of symbol or a signal will be there which will guide you for future. For Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 12th house. Jupiter being the second and the 11th lord, transiting from the 12th house may bring financial gains coming through the foreign lands. But if you are into a business, then this placement may lead to loss of money. With respect to family affairs, it's not a pleasant placement. There could be rise of expenditures due to family responsibilities. Transiting Jupiter is along with transiting Saturn, so two major planets are in the 12th house of subconscious mind, sleep, and expenditures. So it is creating a big emotional and mental burden. There can be almost a war going between two types of emotions. First emotion is your own desires and goals. You will look out for ways about how to achieve your goals successfully. The second emotion is the regret or emotional trauma coming from the past, which will stop you from moving ahead. So, really, it's the time to give a pause because otherwise, you will lose your precious energy. Saturn and Jupiter in the 12th house are draining your mental energy. Therefore, meditation is most important thing to do. Focus more on what you have rather than what you don't have, what you can't see right now. Spiritual guidance is coming through meditation and even through your dreams while sleeping. The aspect of Jupiter on transiting Rahu in the fourth house is expanding your expectations for future success. But along with that, it is brilliantly enhancing your creativity. Treat yourself with a luxury, gift, or vacation because it's time to take a pause and think about your own self. Therefore, focusing on good things will bring more ideas, and these ideas will bring more opportunities. For Pisces ascendant, Jupiter will transit from the 11th house. Jupiter, being the first and the 10th lord, will magnify your expectations with respect to success and career and income. You will look out for new ways to enhance your income. As 10th lord Jupiter is going into debilitation and it will be along with the 11th lord Saturn, this means you will see advancement professionally, but it might not be according to your expectations. Jupiter's aspect on transiting Rahu in the third house is expanding the need to make constant efforts. These non-stop efforts will expand your income in return because even Rahu is giving aspect on Saturn and Jupiter in the 11th house. Also, you will come across new influential contacts who may provide with more help and guidance. Though you may not get the right credit or deserved success for now, but Saturn is making sure that each of your effort will be counted and all of the present work will bring reward in the future to come. Your responsibilities and authority at the workplace will increase. Along with that, insecurity of people around you will go up. Words of other people might hurt you at this time. New authority or even new rules and regulations at the workplace may bring some sort of discomfort and it might not be welcomed by you. Working towards humanitarian causes will act as a best way to attain more happiness and satisfaction, and this thing cannot be provided by any other valuable thing. So, guys, that's all for today's video. For more interesting content on astrology, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Till then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.